And then so I'm going to make this video so you can see it. So this is an offer report from the last 6 months. And you can see we've pushed 17,000 clicks to Family Survival, 182 conversions at $1 or a 1% conversion rate. And then you can see here that first 72 is at 6.62%. So I know if we were to break this down, there's tons of eyeball division stuff running on here as well as Chris, and we haven't run it at all. But the biggest thing is like this is an order of magnitude of difference in terms of what the conversion rate difference is. And this would have been assuming there was membership behind it most of the time, the same way that this is. So the big thing that is an issue with us running it is just the conversion rate being so low. Even though we're maintaining a membership with it that low, we're just not getting the number of sales that we need. And there's a pretty good reason for that. Let me just show you. And the big reason here is this page or this offer is essentially 7 years old. All he's done here is change this first part out to match kind of what's going on with coronavirus. But this is the exact same as it was when he first started running this 7 years ago. Maybe not the exact same. There was like an American flag background, but the product is old. Family Survival System is not new. How many people have seen Family Survival System at this point? I mean, literally millions of people have seen it. So you go over to the first 72 hours and it's completely different. Nobody's ever seen the first 72 hours before. The page is way better, from a perspective of a new buyer. We know that this is converting better. So my proposition here is basically dress this up. And I know we're rebuilding this on Connective, so dress this up and change it out. We don't have to do too much here. Like we can basically rearrange some of these testimonials, push them up here, do a few things up here on the header as well as the lead that are going to just make this more desirable, and then basically adapt the page to look something like this, something more like this. We'll obviously keep a distinction between the two. And then the other thing that's going on here too, I know that this being on ClickBank, it's kind of, it is what it is. We can't do much with the order form or the skin, but we only have one option here of $688. And we over here we have 3 different options. We have all of this other stuff that we can do, and the conversion rate's still holding at 6.62% off of 250,000 clicks. So I would say once we're building this out on Connective, just match this order form as much as possible. It doesn't have to be exactly because we want it to be appear slightly different. But this would be a pretty easy project to start switching over Merlin's old stuff to newer versions of pages that we know convert better. And the other thing that I would suggest is rebranding the name of the book, just calling it something different, and then still putting the same upsell flow behind it. But that's the big thing here is, we're now doing Survival Society. By the way, that says Survival Society. I don't know if we need to update that. But if we can just give the book a new name, refresh the page a little bit, and then maybe change the order form up with the new build on Connective, I see no issues with us running this product to our own email list as well as getting it out to affiliates so it converts the same way that First 72 Hours did.